Hello?
Hello? Who is this?
Well, who's this?
Putting you on speaker. The telephone. No one uses it to just chat anymore.
Well, we're chatting now.
It records our lives. Take a picture with your telephone.
Well, where's the picture on this one?
Send it to me, post it. I'm waiting.
In fact, you can use the phone to document the human condition. So for the next half hour, excluding commercials, every second of this television show will come from my telephone.
Hello? Hey, got you on speaker. Not gonna need you today.
What do you mean you're not going to need me today? I've got my $50,000 Sony HD camera. I've got a Sennheiser mic with noise reduction. I've got LED lights.
In our business, photojournalists are the backbone.
New GoPro HD4.
They document incredible stories.
Brand new. What do you mean you're not going to need me?
Just not for the next half hour. All of the snapshots from the photo album of the human condition will be recorded on this. You know, from different angles, like here, and here. Yep. Just me and my phone, and on the other end, people like Liz Simmons.
Halloween seems like only yesterday.
Just the first coat, as I like to call it.
No frost on any pumpkins. Just long enough past that Jack is getting a little long in the tooth.
What do you think, 72?
Actually 75 degrees, which makes the scene at Liz Simmons' house
Kind of hot.
seem a little out of place.
It's kind of warm, and my roof is very hot.
But that was yesterday.
It was kind of almost like summertime.
It's the happiest season of all.
I would guess that the wind velocity is 21 miles an hour based on the twirly-aroundy thing on my roof.
It's not only the layers of lights that keep appearing today, but
Yeah, it's very chilly and windy and
more layers of clothing.
blustery.
Short sleeves when she started all this yesterday.
I just don't spend a lot of time doing inventory and testing anymore.
It's like the seasons changed as soon as these stars align. It will take Liz
5 or 6 weeks.
to glue and hang and
Kinda put 'em on,
string
but it's a whole bunch.
tens of thousands
Those
of
weird
lights.
old plugs, you know, that used to run like dryers and air conditioners and stuff. I have all those pigtails, and most of those I have like 2 or 3 40 amps.
Spend a wind-chilled afternoon with Liz over a cold roof and a hot glue gun,
Oh, it's a lot of gluing. Yeah.
and you'll find out why she does this.
I do it because I just love it. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's just happiness, and, you know, people come up here and they love it, and I have Christmas music going, and it's just, I don't know, it's my thing. I'm trying to figure out why these stars aren't plugged in. Why aren't they on?
The temperature has dropped about 45 degrees in one day.
Yes, it's quite chilly.
Appropriate now for a scene like this.
This is like the first few days. I still have probably 4 more weeks to go.
Liz Simmons strung more lights on her house than anyone in the neighborhood. Every day since,
Makes me very freaky about heights.
it's been layers 2, 3, 4.
I don't know. Do you want me to count them?
Well, she's
1,
lost
2,
count.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
But that's easy here. Whistling while she works,
Kind of nice up here. I kind of like it.
to the tunes from her boombox below, plugged in miraculously to an available socket. Stop by any day, any time for the last month, and you'll witness
Well, today I'm decorating this gigantic tree with this, I'm using this articulated boom light.
Liz's spirit flying.
Pretty high. Oh, right now I'm using this elf arm, my telescoping pole, to put these lights way on this tippity top of this branch.
And with her head in the clouds, she thought she'd seen and felt
Yeah, a little chilly.
all the chill winds had to offer.
But that weather seems like summer compared to the great ice storm.
Oh, that was good crunching. A lot of ice and a lot of cold.
But Liz's project warms hearts.
I have a couple of Santa Clauses down, but honestly, I really expected a lot worse.
And it melts ice.
All right, you ready? It entails going around and plugging in and switching and clicking. I think this one will be the bike. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 23, 24, 25. 26. That big blue star to your right.
And now finally,
Well, it's just the wind is blowing it, so the rope is cutting across the star, and it's crooked, and it's bugging me.
a couple of days from Christmas,
It's amazing. Absolutely awesome.
Liz can stand in the middle of it all and explain why.
I can't not do it. I've tried before. I did. So now I've just embraced the fact that I'm doing it.
Liz's neighbor Barbara
Not bad. She doesn't feel inadequate.
Very inadequate. You can't compete.
Knows why she does it.
I mean, she just loves the whole idea of Christmas and Santa and the love and happiness that goes into the holiday, and she wants to make sure that everybody around her feels it.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
It feels right.
Shiny nose.
And maybe she hopes
Sabin.
all the thoughts of happiness and singing and
Reindeer.
joy created might last for another 11 months.
Wow. What's next?
Where are you?
Well, I'm on a telephone. One that gives the operator of it the capability of documenting meaningful stories.
Operator? She just told me I needed another dime.
Please insert 25 cents for another minute.
Where are you?
I guess I'm at a crossroads. At the corner of creating an entire television special using only my phone and keeping my professional camera people as friends.
The cranes can be spotted flying all over Dallas, usually breaking the calm of an early morning with their call.
Brian, give me just a little bit more. Let me get a right hand swing.
It's the chirp of the tower crane.
Give me a right hand about 4 feet. Bumping in on the trolley about 4 feet.
Not too long ago, they may have been considered an endangered species in a bad economy. They're not hard to find now. 2 of them have nested above Central Expressway.
Bump in on that trolley. A little bump right, just any bump right.
This right here is the tower crane, 271 feet roughly in the air to the hook.
And every morning,
and we're gonna climb it.
Travis Williams heads up to his office, way up, a 271-foot ladder.
We just started. We've climbed up 3 sections, and got many more to go.
He gets used to it, shaking a little.
As we're going up, you'll even feel it more.
The cranes need a crane operator.
So it's normal.
It's normal.
He takes his commute one step at a time and literally climbs through different weather.
As the higher you go up, obviously the wind becomes more noticeable.
That's because he leaves the shelter of the building behind and continues his ascent, like a trapeze artist without the trapeze.
We're just below the turntable of the tower cranes.
And finally, above it all,
got a nice view of downtown Dallas.
His corner office with a view.
We are high in the sky.
Travis's crane and the others around town pick up entire truckloads of concrete and heavy beams like Tinker Toys and place them just right.
Reach out 197 feet, pick up about 14,000 pounds at the tip.
A little bit more bump right.
From the ground, the crane movements might go unnoticed, but like a birdwatcher, it pays off if you have the time.
270 feet up. Hello.
Hi, hello. This is my office.
All the comforts of home, huh?
Restroom, Gatorade bottles, and a backpack.
Travis is part of an elite group. One person sits atop each of these.
Just like climbing a ladder. 14 sections, 270 feet every day. Up in the morning and down every evening.
No elevator?
No elevator.
And as they reach up for the heavens, now when you look up, you know there's someone up there.
Photojournalist focused on the playing field of life. Highly skilled at capturing the moments that inspire us. Boy, have times changed, haven't they? I mean, everybody's a cameraman now. You even have a reporter armed with a camera smaller than a maple glazed long john. If there's an unfolding story, chances are someone's going to capture it with one of these. It helps if that unfolding story takes a while to unfold, like maybe a giant tortoise on the loose.
This is Zach.
Teresa
Zach
Cleek
is a
sees a
full
lot
close.
of dogs at her job as manager of Dallas's Animal Services.
All right, buddy.
But for 3 days, she's been looking after Zach Morris, who was picked up by her staff, lost.
Of course, we went out and got him off the street. They don't move awfully fast.
Zach, the tortoise, weighs 100 pounds and apparently scampered away from home without a trace
It's raining and we want to get him out of the rain.
until neighbors saw him running down the street.
Good boy.
They're very curious animals, and he got curious and decided he was going to go adventure further.
He's prickly.
Teresa has taken him out for sun and with rain coming, loaded him back into her office.
I'd love to see him.
And she posted his mug on Facebook, hoping the owner of the African spur tortoise would see it.
What happened?
He did.
So
and he's here for the reunion.
he got out from under the. I guess he found a soft spot in between the posts where he could work his way under the chain link fence.
Joshua Jones works in radio. He has triplets. And now this.
I panicked and went to the page and then went to y'all's page, and sure enough, that was Zach Morris. There he is.
Zach dug his way out, motored several blocks heading to White Rock Lake before being picked up. But now he's going back home. With a little help. Zach weighs 100 pounds.
Whoa. Yeah.
Hello?
You know, it wasn't that long ago that if you were out and you needed to use the telephone, a pay telephone was a good option.
Not many of these working models left.
And what are the chances? 2 of them within shouting distance. You want to just shout, it's cheaper.
There's 2 exam rooms the doctor works in.
Zerl Hopkins spends his day
There's your new contacts.
focused on patients.
Vision seem pretty good.
So far, so good. Zerl is like a fixture in the office.
What they don't know about Zerl
95% of them don't.
is his proficiency with the instrument.
Zerl's an ophthalmic technician from 8 to 5. After that, he faces the music.
In fact, when it comes to the instrument, he has no equal. Not the theropoter, but the fiddle. Zerl doesn't just fiddle around. He's the Texas State fiddle champion.
Bubba has worked so hard for the title of Texas State champion. He's my other half.
You heard Julie Morris right. When there's a fiddle under his chin, he's not Zerl. His name is Bubba.
I think he's awesome.
I've been doing it for 20 years and I've had so many hand problems. Finally, I decided it was worth it instead of the pain just to do the surgery.
Bubba has amassed over 500 trophies.
Yeah, the nerves and all down your arm get so tight. And so
But the one he's worked for his whole life.
Having your hand, I mean, there's nothing else I can think of that your hand has to be in this kind of position all the time.
Sacrificed nerves in his arm over.
My fingers.
And the one he moved to Texas, just for the chance to compete for, is now his.
I got second 3 or 4 times and finally won it against 2 of the best fiddle players in Texas. And then this last year got to retain it against the 2 other good fiddle players in Texas.
Customers that have been around a long time, I think he should bust out the fiddle when he's here at work.
He fiddles with prescriptions by day and examines 16th notes at night. And only occasionally will his 2 lives cross each other.
A lot of times I bring fiddle playing friends to get eye exams because they always need eye exam hookups or need glasses or something. So I bring it that way, but not really the reverse way. The patients never really want to come play music.
Zerl finds his life full of 2s, usually working on 2 eyes, people calling him by one of 2 names, and now, Texas State fiddle champ, 2 years running.
I'm ready.
Jason Paez sees the world a little differently.
But there's a water thing over here.
Usually
there you go.
Through his telephone.
Really? I always look for good light, good composition, something that will complement the person that I'm taking a picture of.
He leads a group of photographers,
Today's Instameet has been awesome.
All right, 1, 2, and wait.
professional picture takers who don't carry gadget bags full of equipment.
It's a great area right here.
Just a pocket that holds an iPhone.
Nikki taking a picture of Brittany, and then we have Sean taking a picture of Nikki, taking a picture of Brittany.
Their work is only on display for a passing moment of attention on Instagram.
Okay.
So I just took this photo.
We have different apps that we can use in order to adjust the lighting.
I was standing under the waterfall when Jason was taking the picture of me.
When Jason started Insta DFW,
The light creates some really interesting shapes,
his goal for the group was simple.
and that's something really cool to capture.
He wanted 300 followers who would look at his pictures.
Now we have over 6,500 followers.
And we'll upload it to Instagram.
It's in there, this one. There you go.
Instagram. Instant. Better hurry, you're going to miss it. Well, here things are slowing down a bit.
And now, digital has a frame around
So
it.
these are two of mine that made the show.
The show's important because this is our generation's art.
You have a moment in time, right? So it's a little bit journalistic.
Where's the other one for this?
The show is called One by One.
Put this one and this one together.
All Instagram pictures saved for a little longer.
I remember that day. I remember what the light was like. I remember taking this photo. I remember seeing it in my eye and then pulling out my camera, my iPhone, and snapping it. And being able to tell that story is kind of amazing because I think in Instagram it moves quickly.
Don't laugh.
Just like any art,
I'm not getting you.
it starts with an inspiration.
Eye contact.
Nurtured by a group,
And once it goes there, and then you just share it.
and then share the moment.
How did they think of this shot?
And in this
If you
case,
see something amazing and you don't have your camera on you, that's it.
it makes Instagram
Very true to the form.
and the people behind it stop for a minute to take a look.
They're all phenomenal. They're all amazing.
You know, phones aren't tethered by cords anymore, only by your imagination.
My cord's kinked.
I think you almost have it there. To think, you can create meaningful stories and capture them with one of these. You know, this whole half hour comes from my phone. Well, not this one. This one. See, I can't show you the actual phone shooting the show since it's shooting the show.
Where did the simple days of 8-track tapes go?
Mary Gibson is just like any other college student,
Pretty excited to be graduating.
except for the fact that she drives this,
It's a 1976 AMC Pacer.
complete with 8-track player.
Sometimes I just have a craving for the oldies and have to listen to one.
So I think it's safe to say that Mary can blame the Pacer and the 8-tracks on her parents.
Yeah, they have grown on me over time.
Not her parents. The 8-tracks.
We have all sorts of crazy old things in our home, and
This is the 8-track shack.
that's just one of the most prevalent ones.
Probably got maybe 10 or 15,000 8-tracks.
Mary's mom, Kathy,
We've had people that sent us their tapes that were just a giant mess in a coffee can.
and Dad, Daniel,
Well, this player is Dynamite!
are in the business of repairing old 8-track tapes.
Here's the Go-Go's.
The music format that
Pat Benatar.
came after vinyl records and before cassettes that awkwardly stuck out of the machine
I'm sure I've done well over 20,000 8-tracks by now.
is avoiding extinction in the hands of the Gibsons.
This is a very, very nasty rotted pressure pad. You can see how it's fallen apart.
A lot of people were throwing them away because they didn't know they could be fixed.
They haven't heard them in 30, 40 years, and they're tickle pink when we fix them.
It all started years ago when Kathy needed a stay-at-home job when the kids were little.
This one is from Louisville, Kentucky.
Now they
the
get
lid back
broken
on.
8-tracks from all over the world.
Click all 3 tabs together.
Beatles 8-track, and he's just sending it in for repair.
And by the tens of thousands,
And there's Judy.
they go back to their owners as good as 1972. By the way, daughter Mary uses modern technology.
Yeah, I have an iPhone that I use.
But not in the Pacer. She has only a one-track mind there. 8 tracks.
Technology. It always changes. In fact, at the beginning of this half hour, this model phone was in. Now, 27 minutes later, it's probably outdated. Technology will always change. Storytelling will never change. I'll call you. The goal in telling someone's story is to capture a piece of their life. In my opinion, it's a victory in storytelling if, in that brief televised moment, we feel something, any emotion at all. Got to remember to turn off the ringer when I'm recording the human condition. Hello?